want to discover the flame that hides within you? Do you want to take a journey to discover your authentic self? I am Maria Felachidou, systemic consultant and color psychodynamics practitioner. Together, we will explore ways to discover your inner flame. Hello. Come, make yourself comfortable. Take a deep breath and relax. Welcome to another episode of Inner Flame Podcast. Today, we will not talk about goals. We will not talk about success. We will not even talk about the right decisions. Today, we will talk about that inner something that guides you even when you do not understand where you are going. For the flame that does not save you, but reveals you. For your inner guide, and more specifically, for your daimon. Maybe you have felt that voice. Maybe you have heard that voice. When everything inside you said no, but something deeper said, go ahead. When you chose a path that no one understood. When life pushed you into a crisis that eventually brought you closer to yourself. If yes, if you have felt one or even all of this, then this episode is for you. Let's see what is and what is not your inner guide. What is your inner guide? First of all, it is not logic. It is not our desire. It is not fear, and it is certainly not your survival instinct. Our inner guide is our wisdom, the wise part in us. And this wisdom doesn't rush. It speaks to you through repetition. You may constantly hear the same message all over. Wherever you go, wherever you are, you get the same message. It may be from different people giving you their opinion, and they all have the same opinion. It may be every time you turn on the radio or the TV, you listen the same thing. In other words, but the same point. It could be looking through your library and always your look falling into the same page, the same title, the same phrase. It can be anything. Another way is for our inner wisdom to communicate with us is through circles. You may observe things in your life following a specific path every time. Events that happen in the exact sequence over and over again. Like there is always a repetition of a situation. You begin a relationship with a new person and there is again the same old pattern. You cooperate, you find jobs that the boss is the same type of person. You choose to go on vacation and wherever you go, the same things happen. You may notice that even though the scenery, the surroundings, the people may be different, but the events, what is happening, what is being said, the behaviors remain the same over and over again. Another way for your wisdom, your inner wisdom, to communicate with you is through choices that mature you and force you to go outside of your comfort zone. It's like you have the impulse or an inner desire to do something that is new, is different, is something you would never like to do, you would never have thought of doing, and yet something inside you is like nudging you towards that direction. No matter how difficult or how strange or how I don't know, outside the box it may be. This guide, this inner guide, is our inner flame, in other words. This is how I call it. At least this is how I like to have it as an image in my mind. The memory of who we are before we adopted. The memory of who we were when we were born. This is our inner guide, our inner flame. This pure essence, pure reality, pure wisdom with which we came into this world. This pure state. This set of gifts, qualities, characteristics with which we were born. Our recipe, so to speak. And this recipe is different and unique for each person. And each person with his or her own recipe, with his or her own mix, when comes to this earth, has a purpose. We are created with this recipe because we have something to offer to the world. We are a piece of the puzzle, which, if we manage, each of us, to remain in a connection, or even if we lose the connection, but if we manage to reconnect with this inner flame, with our own personal recipe, our own mix, as I say, and express it to the world, then this piece of the puzzle that we come to add to the world when we are born has the ability to make this world a little bit better, a bit more beautiful. In ancient Greek thought, this power, this inner flame, had a name. They called it daimon. The word daimon comes from the verb daine, daeo, which means to know deeply, to have a deeper understanding, to have knowledge. So daimon in ancient Greek is the wise one, the sage. He's the one who has deep knowledge and understanding. Our daimon is not a spirit, is not an external entity, is not something metaphysical. Daimon is the one who is inside us, this part who knows before you understand with your mind, with your heart, before you understand what you need to realize. It's this part inside you that already knows. He is the inborn wisdom of the soul. In ancient Greek thought, God is a universal principle. Beyond the 12 gods of Olympus and all the other gods and demigods and so on and so forth, the ancients believed in an entity that was above all the other gods. They believed in a universal entity, a divine being. And even though the ancient Greeks had the myth of the three fates, the mire, κλωθώ, λάχεσης and anthropos, they believed that each human being was a carrier of choice. These three sisters, the mire, the fates, determined a person's fate, according to the myth, from the moment he or she is born until the moment he or she dies, and even the time of death. They even determined that. According to the myth, the fates, the mire, create this thread. this thread of life for each one of us. And this thread represented the most probable way of life during the incarnation of each person. And the fate's job was to be there and to see if each of us would really follow this path, this thread, or if we would choose to do something different. The thread that the mirror would weave for each of us carried the elements that each person was born with. This thread carried from the past of his soul, his karma, as we say today, and also from the past of his family, the systemic entanglements, as we say in systemic theory. So they were creating, weaving a thread, combining it with the character that each person may have when he or she was born. And all of this compiled was the thread of life for each person. This was regarded as the destiny, the fate of each person, the path that he would most probably follow in his life if he remained entangled and blinded, and he would live his life according to his destiny, according to the path that the fates have weaved for him. However, this did not deprive the person of the choice. The ancient Greeks believed in the right of choice. They believed that each of us is worthy and capable, able to choose his own path in this life. That apart from all the negative attributes and obstacles and heavy burdens he or she carried, they also had a specific combination of virtues which could help them choose another path. Instead of choosing the path that would lead them to a preordained, heavy, quotes, destiny with a negative outcome that was chosen based on all the past directives, burdens, and entanglements that they carried, that instead they had the freedom to choose a different path, a path of light. People, according to the ancient Greeks, could choose their own destiny, that is, the path in their life that would lead them to the one and only end, where the end, according to the ancients, was the completion. As we say today, a path, a set of choices that would lead the person to his or her enlightenment, to reach an end, a completion as a human being, as a creature, which would be the pinnacle of all the levels of his or her existence. And daimon, for the ancient Greeks, the advisor, the wisdom of the soul, the higher self who was in a position to advise a person so that they would be able to achieve exactly that, to be able to choose freely, to be liberated from the shackles and the obstacles that push them towards the future, and to make a different choice, to choose the path of light, of ascension, of completion. Daimon, therefore, is this advisor, the inner voice, our inner wisdom, which leads us to our personal path. It is not our luck, it is not our will, but it is the way that life itself asks us to live with purity, with wisdom, with light. Daimon is neither good nor bad. Daimon is revealing. According to Sophocles and his famous phrase, daimon, άνδρη ουχή πριν αν τελευτήσει φαίνεται. This is translated as the daimon of a man is not revealed before his life is completed. That is, our wisdom, the wisdom with which we walked on our life's path, is revealed in the end of our life. In a few words, You cannot judge your path from one point. It's not like from the time we were born, we did everything perfectly. We chose the right path and followed it. We may fall into pits, we may get stuck in pebbles, rocks, and even boulders on the path of this life on our journey. Our path is not judged by this. It is judged by the completion of our life from the end result. How did we manage? How did we get to the end of this life? How were we able to evolve despite the obstacles? And how we even used these obstacles, these difficulties in our life to go beyond, to do better, to do different. And this daimon, as I said, is not good or bad. He helps us. He leads us on our path. Which path does not mean that it is necessarily easy, but is the one that is ours. It is the higher path for which we were born, the one we were born to live. And we can follow it easier if we listen to the daimon inside us, or our wise part, our inner wisdom, our higher self. It has many names, the color of our life path also, or our archetypes, etc. You may say it in various names, but the essence is one. This daimon, this essence, our inner self, this higher self, guides us. It leads us to our own path if we listen to it. If we look at things from the systemic perspective, daimon, when we allow him to do his job well and we listen and we have our ears tuned in, he's the one who keeps us away from the family conflict. He puts us in a beneficial motion. He unlocks our life and takes us out of the family conflicts from the systemic entanglements. It is not easy, as I have told you in the past. What I say and what I share with you, it's not always easy to do. It may be difficult, but it is a very rewarding path. The point is to have the desire to find your inner flame, to connect with it, because there may be a difficulty, small, big, it is subjective and relative for each of us, what is difficult and what is easy in this life. Personally, I have achieved things in my life that I have been told by others that they were very difficult, and there are some other things in my life that I have not yet achieved, and yet for many people are considered very easy, very simple. So I cannot tell you whether it is easy or difficult to follow your life path. In my humble opinion, to discover, to start a journey of self-discovery can be both easy and difficult. It is just challenging, but the challenge was created for us. It's custom made, as we say. Certainly, as one of my teachers say, without inner disturbance, without an inner itch, there is no pearl. Without pressure, there is no diamond. So, let's look at the perspective of color psychodynamics. In color psychodynamics, our daimon is connected to our life path color. This color is derived from the date of our birth. It does not change, and it functions as our higher self according to color psychodynamics, and we have a mix. Also, we have a multitude of colors, a color recipe, a blueprint that makes us who we are, unique and irreplaceable. So the daimon, through our color, brings us back to our center, shows us if we have strayed away, and leads us back to the meaning of our life. When we live outside of color, literally, we get tired, we get lost, we repeat the same things, the same choices that lead us to difficult situations, And we generally feel that we're struggling or that we are lost, as if we have no purpose, no connection. We feel that something is missing. We feel something empty, an emptiness inside us, or we are constantly troubled with the question of who am I? What have I come to do in this life? What do I do with my life? What, what will make me happy and fulfilled? How will I feel complete? So, in all of this, the color of our life path helps. The colors that we were born with give us help, guidance, and all this because each color is connected with respective archetypes, and all of these together function in a supportive, helpful, empowering, and encouraging way. They offer us whatever we need at this moment to move forward in the path we were born for, to move forward and to live the life we were born for and deserve to live. So, when we live in harmony with our higher self, with the light within us, with our being, our inner flame, call it however you want, there is flow, there is synchronicity, there is inner peace. There is an inner certainty, I would say, that even if there is chaos around us, we are doing something well. We are on the right path, and this brings an inner peace, an inner security, a feeling of inner completeness, an inner yes. It is very important to feel this yes within us. Yes to who we are, to what we do, yes to what we choose from within our soul. Now let's do my favorite exercise, a small guided visualization so that we can communicate with our daimon. Sit comfortably so that you feel relaxed, and you may sit or you may lay down if you want. And you can close your eyes, or if you don't want to, you just let your gaze linger on a point in the room, as if you were looking without focusing. And as you're relaxed and comfortable, take a deep breath and another one. And with each exhale, feel your body relaxing more and more. Feel your breath deepening even more. Slowly, imagine that your breath fills your body from the top of your head to the tip of your toes. Now that you have relaxed, bring to your mind a moment in your life when you made a decision. A decision that may have been difficult, but it was true. A decision that may have hurt you, may have cost you, but it brought you closer to yourself. And now, ask silently, what did my daimon want to show me then? And let the answer come out from inside you, from somewhere deep, from a part that goes deep inside you. Let it emerge with your breath. It may be words, it may be a feeling, or it may be an image. It may be anything and nothing. It's okay. Just keep breathing deeply, and this time, with every breath, feel your body, how your feet Press down on the ground. How your back and your hips lean on the chair. How your arms lean on the chair or on your feet. And slowly start moving your arms and your legs and your neck. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. Your inner guide will not promise you ease, will promise you the truth, your truth. Your guide will not reject you. It will not punish you, but he matures you. And perhaps this is his most sacred role. Because in the end, it does not matter if others understand you. It matters if you live in harmony with your inner flame. Your guide does not lead you to what you really want with your mind. It guides you to what you are, to your essence. Thank you very much for being with me in another episode of Inner Flame. If you found that episode interesting, or if you feel like someone else may benefit from it, please share it. Until our next episode, remember, your inner flame is hidden inside you. All you need to do is discover it. You've been listening to the Inner Flame podcast with systemic consultant and color psychodynamics practitioner Maria Felachidou. Search for this podcast on Spotify and follow Inner Flame on Instagram and Facebook.